Hey, what's going on, traders? This is Mike from Tactical Traders. Right now, doing some end of the day scans on September the 22nd, 2020. And right now, I am looking at ticker symbol YTEN. And I have the 30-minute 10-day chart pulled up. I've actually been watching this for a while. I was going to make a video on this last week. However, I didn't. And, it keeps coming across my scanner, so I figured might as well do it. All right. So right off the rip, I can already see that we have a pattern unfolding. And I'm just going to go through it, highlight it for you, and maybe you can potentially make a nice profit off this if the move goes in our favor. And this is going to be a bullish trade, a bullish setup. So what I see right now is, get my drawing tool, I see that we have some resistance right here at this $8 area, which makes a lot of sense, $8 being a nice whole number. And yes, the price did pop above this momentarily, but for the most part, the majority of the trading has been below it. So this is definitely an area of resistance. Now we have a nice uptrend going since we've had this a gap up with a good amount of volume coming on the gap up, but volume has definitely tapered off, but the price has not, and actually has been slowly gaining and creating new lows, and that was creating a nice uptrend. I'm gonna just highlight that right here. All right, so here we have our nice little uptrend. You can see that the price did hit that resistance, come back down, hit that trend line, back up to resistance, back down, hit that trend line, back up to the resistance, and back to trend line. And what is happening here is basically the range of the price action has been getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And eventually what's going to happen is one of these areas is going to have to give, meaning one of these areas being the resistance, the red line up here, or the trend line, which is acting as support below. Now overall, this is called a ascending triangle, and a triangle pattern is usually a continuation pattern. And now a continuation pattern means that it's going to be continuing the overall trend within that time frame. And as you can see from our 50 SMA right here, this orange line, and the purple line, our 200 SMA, both those are in a nice incline, which is a bullish, a bullish context. And the price has been staying above both those SMAs for the most part, which shows me that bulls are really in control of the stock right now. Now, as the range gets tighter and tighter, I'm going to be watching for this $8 range right here to break on price action with, at the same time, an increase of volume. So we're going to need to increase of volume when the price breaks this top resistance at $8, and that is going to show me that there's going to be a nice solid move. The volume is really going to be key here. The more volume it is, the more convincing, the more cemented the move is, and the more powerful the move is. So we're going to be looking for a break of $8. And I'm just going to go back onto the yearly to see where this can possibly go. So looking back in the yearly, it looks like $10 is definitely an area of resistance. I'm just going to pull that up a little bit more. $10 right up here. It could definitely be one area of interest. I'm going to highlight that just so it's a little bit clearer to see. Here we go. All right, so you can see that there was a gap down right here below it. And then, of course, the price has been having problems getting above this. And yes, it has momentarily got above this. But for the most part, the price has been below this. It also tested it right here. So this is a very logical area to look. And $10, again, being a whole number, especially when you're going from, single digits to double digits. A lot of eyes are going to be on that. And also the price has got above that 50 SMA and 200 SMA on the daily yearly chart too. So this might be the start of reversal. Who knows? But judging by the chart, this is an area of interest. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, so remember how we said $8 was an area of resistance? If you go back, draw the line up, and I'm going to zoom up a little bit more on this. Here we go. Get a little better. I want to get that candle in right there. You can see that there's rejection here, here. Yes, it did pop above it. Rejection here, here. This candle that tested that $10 resistance, the bulk of that candle was actually right below that same here and here. So $8 is definitely going to be somewhere of long-term resistance. A lot of eyes are going to be watching that area. So we're going to have to keep that on our back burner. And I'm actually right now going to set a reminder. I'm actually going to do it right at 8:15. I want to give a little bit of room. I don't want to get a false alert. I'm going to create an alert myself at 8:14, I guess. All right, so now I have that locked in, and I definitely recommend, it's tough to look at a bunch of tickers and remember what the points are. So definitely take advantage of creating your alerts. Use your platform. They give you these tools for a reason. Take full advantage of them, and you'll pick up a lot more trades rather than looking back at the end of the day, seeing the move happen and being like, oh, I missed it. It happens to me all the time for one reason or another, but it's always good to put those alerts in. All right, traders, so just a quick summary. We're going to be looking for the break of $8 with an increase of volume at the same amount of time. And our first profit-taking area is going to be right around the $10 range. You could take it a little bit before, maybe the $9.75, and you could always take a percentage of your position off the table, meaning locking in gains. So you could take off 25%, maybe 30, a third of your position, maybe half of your position, and you could possibly let the rest ride for future gains. Or you could always take all of your gains and walk with your money right there. Whatever you prefer, that's more up to your style and your risk management. And it's also depending if you're more of an investor or swing trader, or maybe more of a momentum breakout day trader. Well, traders, that's it for me on this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe to the video, the channel for more of these videos. We do post them daily. And currently I am now doing a small account challenge. You can find that on this video as well. Starting off with $500, and we're going to grow that and see just where we can go with it. And I don't want to put any time frames or capital goals on it, because I think that puts unnecessary pressure. But I want to show beginners what is possible even with limited resources. All right, traders, thank you for watching. And until next time, stay profitable.